guys, it's Tyler. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my experience with the depot shot and our trying to conceive journey. So a little backstory. I was on the depot shot when I was 16 or so for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And I was able to come off of it. I got my cycle back. Everything was totally fine. And then when I was, well, it would have been 2 years ago now, so about 28, I had tried different forms of birth control on and off. Like I tried the Mirena, wasn't really a fan, and different options. Anywho, so I ended up going back on the depot shot because my cycles were just terrible. They were so painful, so uncontrollable. Like it was awful to experience that pain. I was like bending over in pain, like there would be like a sharp stabbing feeling, almost like I was going through labor again. It was awful. So I talked to my gynecologist, and we decided to try that before going through like any surgeries or anything like that to try and like see what was really going on. At that point, my husband actually still had a vasectomy. So this was clearly only for pain management, if you want to call it that. And during those 2 years, I completely stopped getting my cycle altogether. I want to say at the beginning, I bled for quite some time. And then I would stop, and then a couple weeks would come back, and then I bled. But within like 2 months maybe, I didn't have my cycle at all. And then at the end, I want to say probably the last 4 months of being on it, like every time that like the 24th came around, I would get like breakthrough spotting. So at this point, I went into the doctor. I guess this would have been September. We were actually getting my husband's vasectomy reversed because we decided that we wanted to have more kiddos together. We have 2 daughters that are 7 and 9. I just turned 30. My husband's 34, and we really just wanted to just expand our family. Like I just love being a mom. My husband is the best daddy ever, and we just felt it in our hearts to go ahead with having more children. So I went to the doctor, and I asked her, is there anything that I should be aware of when we're going to be trying to conceive and everything? And she said, no. She said the fact that you're having breakthrough bleeding is a great sign. Means maybe your body's just kind of like trying to produce the cycle on its own again anyway. So she made it seem like everything was going to be like good to go. I get off the depot once the 3 months is over, and like I have my cycle back. I start ovulating. Everything's like hunky-dory. Not the case. So we ended up having my husband's surgery November 26th. The last of the shot would have been in my system would be like November 14th, because I got it in August, and then it would have run out in November. So we were thinking like, cool, like we'll get pregnant. Like ideally I was thinking like January, February, something like that. It is now April, almost May. And just for the first time, literally right now, like this week, like 3 days ago, I'm getting my cycle, or even any spotting to begin with. So it took, November, December, January, February, March, April, 5 months for me to even get like a cycle back. Now, back that up a little bit. In November, I did have my spotting the way that I would have the months prior. And then I took the ovulation predictor kits, and like the blinking smiley face came up, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. It was like perfect timing right after my husband had healed from his surgery. So we tried to conceive. I was like in the 2-week wait, like thinking like, I'm pregnant. I wasn't pregnant, which that's okay. It's a cycle that we're given a full, just like openness to. We're just trying to like let my body get back to normal, let my husband heal, obviously, and then kind of whenever is meant to be, we're hoping it'll be. But we did not have any issues at all getting pregnant with our 2 daughters. So to have to go through this now, and like month after month after month goes by and I'm still not getting my cycle, and now, you know, it took like 7 years for us to get into the headspace that we wanted more children anyway, and so now we're both like there, and I'm like so excited, and it's just not happening for us. So that was really disappointing every month to like literally have no cycle, no anything. I was going through some stress at the time. We were flipping a house and just, you know, living life. And so I thought, you know, for the first couple of months, like maybe that's what's going on. But then I realized, like, no, it's just my body. I also was like plateauing on my weight, and I was not able, because like with the depot shot, I gained about 15 pounds. And I'm only 5 foot tall, so that is a huge amount of weight for me. However, at the point where I was then, I was like, that's okay. You know, I can be a little bit fuller and not have to go through the pain that I was going through. And so it was kind of worth it to me. Now, to backtrack, I wish that I would have never done it. So that way, you know, once we decided we wanted to have kids, got his surgery done, then we could just be able to have our fertility back and, you know, really just go from there. So as far as the depot shot for me goes, I don't know if it's because I was on it when I was older again, because like I said, when I was younger, I instantly got my cycle back. There was no issues, but this time it took me 5 months to get it back, going on 6. And now I won't know if I've started to ovulate or anything yet for a couple weeks, so I'll keep you updated with that. I'm hoping that I do, but I've also watched some crazy stories about how the depot shot affects your body. So we are currently still, I have been taking Vitex since about December, but I really kicked it into gear, I want to say this month, because I was just I tried everything. I was, you know, doing Vitex, I was doing just anything that I could find for fertility, and I was looking online, and then I was overloading my body, and I was getting these crazy migraines, and I think I was just putting too many hormones into my body. So I backed it down. I've been on prenatals since October. I have been taking Vitex since about December, I want to say, but really since like March. Like I've been doing 1 in the morning, 1 at night. And then it's funny because I was looking up videos as to how to get your cycle back. And this one girl said to take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C and put a heat pack on your stomach. So about a week ago, I started that. And now I would say it's about almost 2 weeks later where I'm getting my cycle. So for her, she said it would come in like days. But for me, I was like, I'll just give it a shot, see if it even works. Not thinking that it really would. And lo and behold, it did. I also have, for the last 2 weeks, been taking fish oil and supplementing with some vitamin D. So the Vitex in the morning and at night, fish oil, 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, and the vitamin D. And that seems, and the prenatals. And that seems crazy, but like my body has, I think it's also the depot getting out of my system. My body has been feeling like so much better. But now I'm super crampy and all that good stuff, but I'll take it any day because I'm like really trying, you know, we're trying to grow our family and all that good stuff. So the crampingness to me is so worth it. I was like, who can I tell that I got my period? And so I was telling all my close friends, and they were super excited. And my one friend has really been praying for me. And well, I'm sure there's several because I've just been like so like bummed, and you know how it goes when you're trying to conceive. So that is my journey with the depot shot so far and our TTC journey. And I will keep you updated on some ovulation and some pregnancy tests and things along those lines. But thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.